that? No, should you be eating that? Should you be eating that? Ask yourself that before you ask me that. Aunt Sally died from the same disease that I got. Like, just tell me I'm about to die. You wouldn't go to a cancer patient and be like, oh, my great Aunt Sally had cancer and she died. Hi Kingdom, and welcome back to my very own YouTube channel. I am beyond excited to be back with another video here another Friday on my channel. And as you read the title down below, this video will be top 8 things you should never say to a diabetic. I am in fact a type 1 diabetic. I was diagnosed at the age of 15, so I lived a few good years of eating whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, and how much I wanted for quite a long time before I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And I am now 19 years old. It has been a total of 5 years since I was first diagnosed, and I have had my fair share of so many ridiculous questions and assumptions, and that is why I have decided, you know what, today is the perfect day, the perfect time of the month to make this video. Not only is it the day after Thanksgiving when you're seeing this, it is also Diabetes Awareness Month, which is November, of course. And so I was like, you know what, let's put this video out. So let's get right into this video, y'all. I just want to first make one announcement, which is being that I will be participating in Vlogmas this year. Now, I have been coming up with great video concepts and great video ideas since the end of October, and I am so happy to say that I will be participating. So my kings and queens, if you want to get more information about how I will be formatting my videos and when I will be posting, then you need to be following me on all my social medias, my Instagram, my Snapchat, and my Twitter. Oh, and TikTok too. So follow all those to stay updated on how I will be doing my Vlogmas format. Now, with that being said, if this is your first time seeing my beautiful face here on this platform, my name is Jaylon Flowers, and I am a content creator, and I make entertaining content for the kings and queens on YouTube. So if you are not subscribed to me, you are not a king, queen, or anything in between. But if you want to be a king or queen or anything in between, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to my channel right now. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So the first on my list is something I get told literally every single day, because y'all know I don't have the best eating habits. Y'all seen on my channel already that I don't really have the best eating habits. You know, it's not a secret. But the first thing on my list is the quote, "Should you be eating that?" I know the people who say they care for me, they're just like, oh my god, you know, just want to make sure. I hate that question. Like I told y'all, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 15. That means I lived quite a few years of eating what I want, eating however much I want. So of course this transition won't be easy. They just assume that I will just hurry up and adjust to a whole new lifestyle, when that's not the case. I can be eating something from McDonald's. I can be eating some fries. Like, should you be eating that? I can be drinking some juice. Should you be drinking that? Like, oh, get out of my face. Let me live. Let me eat. It's like, Jesus Christ. I am not dying on a deathbed. I'm not. I probably shouldn't have ate that. A lot of other people with diabetes, they also get told this so much, like, get out of my business. Don't worry about what I should and should not be eating. You're not the one picking yourself every 6 minutes. You're not the one doing this. I'm over here checking this, reading carbs, reading sugars, reading dietary plans, while you over here just stuffing your face. But you want to ask me, should I be eating that? No, should you be eating that? Should you be eating that? Ask yourself that before you ask me that. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say on that. Next on my list, so this one kills me all the time, is when they go, my family member died from diabetes. Why would you tell me that? Why would you tell me someone who has my exact disease died from it? Like, honey, I know people die from this disease. Like, what makes you think, oh, let me tell him that my great Aunt Sally died from diabetes? Aunt Sally died from the same disease that I got. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, just tell me I'm about to die. Just go ahead and say, you're gonna die. And when you see Aunt Sally, tell her I say hello. And you know, I will. If she's in hell, I will. Stop telling people that. Stop telling people that. Like, you wouldn't go to a cancer patient and be like, oh, my great Aunt Sally had cancer and she died. Like, you wouldn't go to a hospital to a cancer patient and be like, oh yeah, my friend had cancer and she died. Like, you wouldn't do that. So don't do it to diabetics. Don't do it to diabetics. Don't do it to us. We don't deserve that. Period. Next on my list is you're too skinny to be diabetic. If y'all have not noticed, if you haven't followed me on my social medias, my Instagram is right here. I'm a skinny, tiny, itty bitty little boy, 5'6", 120 pounds. So when people see me and I be like, oh, I'm diabetic, you know, they just, oh, you're diabetic? You're not 268 pounds? Oh my God, you're not obese? No, because not all diabetics are obese. That's when people fail to realize that there are two types of diabetes. You have type 1, you have type 2. Type 1 is when your pancreas stops producing insulin. Type 2 is more commonly referenced towards people with dietary issues or health problems, you know. And I have type 1 because my pancreas does not produce its own insulin, which means I have to provide my own insulin for my body. And so, you know, that's more of like a genetic thing. Diabetes runs in my family. If I have kids, 1 in 3 of them will have diabetes. This is where you see the stigma in like society of diabetes. Everyone just thinks that people with diabetes have terrible eating habits, or they have diabetes for a reason because, you know, they were doing this, they were doing that, and they were being unhealthy. That's not the case. Next on my list is the, oh, you have the bad diabetes. Now, this is for those ignorant people who know that there are two types of diabetes. You have type 1, you have type 2. Type 1, you have to stick yourself. You have to stick yourself in the fingers, you have to stick yourself in the abdomen, you have to stick yourself in like all over the place to give yourself insulin. Type 2, depending on your situation, you can just easily take a pill, or you can just like give a simple shot every other week or something like that. And so people always associate type 1 as the worst one because that's the one where you have to like really like go into depth and just like you basically die with this. It's not reversible, you know, there's no cure. And so people always associate type 1 diabetes with the bad one. And that, when I remember when I was first diagnosed, I would think the same way. I was like, oh my God, I have the worst type of diabetes. And like, I would just really be not wanting to live. Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to live with this for the rest of my life. Like, I might as well just, you know, die right here. And that's not good. And when you say that, that's how people think when you say that. Because they're like, oh my God, I have the worst type of diabetes. I might as well just die. Next on my list, and this one right here makes me just want to like, oh. This one right here gets on my very last diabetic nerve. And it could be cured if you just eat healthy. I can go outside and eat all the grass in my neighborhood, and I would still have to give myself insulin for the rest of my life. I hate those people so much. I've met plenty of those people who said to my face, oh, you got type 1 diabetes? Yeah, you can cure that. When my doctor literally told me this will not be cured. You're gonna die with this. Like, oh, I hate that so much because that's all I heard when I was first diagnosed. I was so fixated on curing myself with so many remedies that I knew would not work. You can eat all the turmeric, you can eat all the vegetables in the world and still have to give yourself insulin at the end of the day. So it makes absolutely no sense. Type 2, maybe. Type 1, no. This next one, a friend told me this and they almost caught these hands. That's why you got diabetes. I feel like that has to be like a code word for please punch me in the face. Like, please hit me with a car. Push me in front of a moving bus. Like, that is like an invitation that you want to fight. Because how dare you fix your lips to say that's why you got diabetes? I had a friend jokingly say it to me and I was just like, I'm about to beat this up. It's crazy because a lot of people, they be joking. They be like, they'll see me like eating McDonald's. They be like, that's why you got diabetes now. That's why your daddy left your mama. That's why your granny don't got no ankles nor teeth. That's why y'all living in that house. That's why you can't afford anything. That's why you get beat. Don't do that. If you do that, you know, but you should know better. Like, stop it. Like, yeah, a diabetic joke is funny here and there, but when you single out a person for what they're eating or whatever they're doing, but like, that's why you have diabetes, to a person who actually have diabetes, it's mental illness and you need to be eradicated. I don't know what that word means, but I hope it's something negative that can impact a person in a negative way. Next on my list is something that so many people say. So many people say it. They were like, I could never stick myself. Honey, who in their right mind would want to stick themselves 3 times a day for the rest of their lives, 24/7, 365? Like, Who would want to do that? No one would want to do that. But when push comes to shove, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That is all I have for this list. If you say any of these things on this list, slap yourself silly 3 times and sit back down, and you should be fine. Stop saying that, please. For those who are diabetic, I wish you the best of your journey of health and wellness in 2021. But before we leave, I just want to remind everybody that I am, once again, doing Vlogmas. So if you like the content that you just seen, subscribe to my channel right now to become a king, queen, or anything in between. Like this video and send it to a few of your besties. It won't hurt, not a bit. Usually I post my videos every Friday, every week, but starting in December, I will be posting a video every day. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Peace out, kingdom.